Welcome to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Badass Direct Sales Mastery is a podcast for rock star direct sales moms who are determined to make their business kick ass. Jennie will share her knowledge of effective sales and recruiting techniques, tips to get what you want from your business, and will interview direct sales professionals and leaders from various companies. The interviews will give insight to how these rock stars got to where they are and where they plan to grow in the future. And now, the direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger.
Welcome back to another episode of Badass Direct Sales Mastery. I'm your host, your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger, helping you whip your business into shape. Today, I have with me Rob Pickering. Now, Rob Pickering was introduced to me by one of my former guests. Maybe you've gone back and listened to Chris Kissel's episode from, I think 2021 was when I interviewed her, or maybe 2020. I don't know. It's been a long time since I interviewed her, but she and I have stayed in connection, and she introduced me to Rob Pickering. And I want to share with you. So Rob has a background in sales and communication and has always enjoyed helping others achieve their goals and dreams. He noticed a significant problem in the way that small businesses and salespeople connect with each other. Despite using social media websites, business cards, and texting, there always seems to be a massive disconnect between them. As a salesperson, he faced those challenges firsthand and wanted to find a solution to this major problem. And that is why he has invented the KnoCard. So now the founder and CEO of KnoCard is here with me on the show today. Rob, welcome.
Thank you so much. Really, really excited about this and excited about all the different things that we'd like to talk about that I think are really, 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 truly pressing. So super excited about being here because I think this is spot on for your audience.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, that is absolutely one of the big issues, that you talked about in your bio is that disconnect between the way people are selling and the way people buy, right? There's a major disconnect. And so before we get into KnoCard, tell us a little bit about how you got from doing what you were doing before to creating this tool.
So, wow, this is going to go back a little bit, but my background is actually in technology. Even when I got out of high school back in the day, I graduated in the 90s. Paging was really big, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Right. I love having my pager, and I actually worked for one of the larger paging companies out there. And I did it actually right out of high school, and I loved it. And paging got me into the wireless end of the world. I worked with the largest wireless companies out there. And I stuck to it. I went from retail sales and I got into B2B sales in the communication world. So I love the whole communication thing, and I love the sales end of it. And that's really as I started in my career of really corporate sales, business, just interaction with people, I really started to see this massive hole of how we're actually connecting, because I work with the largest companies out there, and the branding alone is super powerful to have on business cards and things like that. But I realized I really wasn't getting any business per se from these channels, right? If it's websites, if it's my business cards, and I could go all the way back before even social media hit, I never got a lot of traction with that. And that's really where back in 2010, 2012, I got heavily involved in the online world. And so what I did is I took all my communication experience with my online technologies and kind of brought them together and really created an amazing tool. And one thing I want to just say before the tool is I love the tool because it was never a tool, it was a tool designed to fix a problem, right?
Yeah.
And I think that that's a really, really big thing, because I think to have a powerful tool, you really have to solve a problem. And when I think, when I show you exactly what KnoCard actually does, it is not only just solves a problem, it solves massive problems for small, medium network marketers. I love because, they're designed to go out there and share. And that's really the foundation of KnoCard.
Oh, yeah. And what I love it, because there are so many companies out there, so many tools and resources that are out there for entrepreneurs, for small businesses, and very few of them are geared specifically to help network marketers, direct sales professionals, and MLM professionals with their business. I mean, it's staggering to see the difference. And even in some cases, there are some tools and resources that are out there that are actually anti-direct sales, anti-MLM. And it hurts my heart because that just tells me that people there don't get it. Business is business is business. We all need to get new clients. We all need to grow our business in different companies. That shows up in different ways in network marketing. That's recruiting. We grow our business by recruiting other people who who also are passionate about the product and want to share it with the world. So one of the things we talked about beforehand is the challenges for network marketers in today's market. So what do you see happening for network marketers? What are some of the challenges that you've seen them experiencing?
So great question. And I think it's for the network marketers that are actually listening to this. And I even want to open this up to even if you're a salesperson. There's a lot of people right now. We have about 5 million people that haven't returned back to the marketplace, right? Ooh. And they're trying to figure out ways of selling things, small businesses that they're trying to do from the home. So they're up against the exact same challenges as a network marketer. And that is, how do we expose our business? So when I use the word expose, understand I'm going to migrate into recruiting, but how do we actually expose our physical product? Before I actually answer that question, I want to just kind of rewind, because one thing I want everyone to understand on this call is I am a massive, massive fan of network marketing. Matter of fact, I think it's the number one profession out there. I look at so much time and energy that I've spent with other companies building someone else's dream. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I love networking because if I'm going to lay my hands to something, why not get paid over and over and over on it, which is the residual side of it, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's going to work, then get paid over and over again, right? So a lot of these network marketing companies are absolutely fantastic companies. Matter of fact, I think that a lot of them have incredible products. And one thing that you're going to see with KnoCard that is super nice is that I am there to promote and help you be successful in that business. I want people to understand that the KnoCard is a tool. Kind of see it like a train track. You have your business on one rail and you got the KnoCard on the other rail. We're on the same track. We're just running on different rails. It's a tool, right? Mm-hmm. Because I think in the networking space, we get so excited about, you kind of have that window where they're like, I love the product. I love the compensation. I'm ready to rock and roll. And then it's like, okay, now go. And then the people say, okay, but how?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, not to be, negative Nate here. I just think that the industry, I don't want to say that they've failed on this. I just think that they haven't embraced some of the technology that's currently available out there. Mm. A networking company really focuses on their products. They don't focus on really the exposure of the product, right? They're not a marketing company. They're a product company. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we are more focused on the marketing side. You already have the product. You already have the compensation. What I want to do is be the engine, right? Mm. So we don't build the car. We build the engine, right? We make it go fast. We make it agile, and we make you get results. So I think that the largest challenges, kind of going full circle, in the networking space, hands down, is recruiting. And let me be very, very clear to your audience. I've been around the networking space for a long time with some of the largest industry leaders. Okay. And the reason I say some of the largest is because we have to learn by some of the people that are getting incredible success. Okay. I'm talking multi-million dollar success. They all share something in common.
Right.
And one thing that they all share, and I've been around these guys and they're incredible guys, gals also. And it's always this: recruit. Rob, if they could just understand that the business is about recruiting, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's about going out there and finding others. That's what the compensation is. The compensation pays you up to 50% on your compensation plans for you to go out there and recruit. I totally love that people get excited about the product, but it's about recruiting. And I'm telling you, the largest challenge in this industry is how do we expose to, if it's friends, family, people that you come in off the street. We are talking to a different generation today, Jenny. And the way that we even used to do things let's just rewind even 15 years ago. Okay. And I know that kind of sounds like a long time, but 15 years ago, right? We're going to age ourselves, right? This isn't.
Yeah, 15. But I would 100% agree, because 15 years ago, that was the beginning of Facebook. I mean, literally 15 years ago from today's date, as of right now, June of 2008, when we're recording this June 2023, I did not even have a Facebook page.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't get my Facebook page until I think August or September.
You were on MySpace. That's why.
Right? Yeah, I had a MySpace, but I wasn't active in it because it just wasn't my thing, right? That was more of the millennial generation who was MySpacing like crazy. But the Facebook wasn't even open and available to the general public at this point in time in 2008. It was still only available. So we were in the wild, wild west of social media 15 years ago.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we rewind, like we just have to understand, and I think it's super important that the audience understands, is that I don't care what product that we're promoting, we have to understand the audience who we're talking to. So let me just throw my age out there. I'm 47 years old and I have 3 kids. And let me tell you something, it's my generation and my kids' generation is who you're actually promoting your products to. So part of this whole thing is utilizing effective technological tools that actually talk to the audience who you're actually talking to. And I think that's one of the largest challenges, that people hold on to some of these things. And I'm going to use the word antiquated. Okay.
Yeah.
These antiquated tools. I talked to, I had a guy that was cutting down a tree in the front house. And I said, his name is Jason. I said, so Jason, how do I reach out to you? And he kind of stared at me for a second. He goes, I have something in the car. So I followed it, but I wanted to go through this thing. He actually handed me a business card, and I looked at it and I said, so what do you want me to do with this? And again, I stumped him again. He's like, well, and I said, so like, this is how I'm going to contact you. And I started picking my teeth just to make like a point about it. And I'm saying, I go, and there's far better ways than this, right? I said, if my neighbor wants his trees trimmed, I don't carry your cards with me.
Right.
Do you understand? And he goes, Rob, I mean, this is all I have. And I said, let me show you something that can be more effective. You follow me? And the guy's totally excited. He's gangbusters, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that we need to understand the audience who we're talking to and have effective tools. And my last thing I want to just say about that's super important that everyone needs to understand, is one of the largest challenges that networkers face is the recruiting, but it's not the recruiting, it's actually the rejection. The rejection is what we can't handle. The statistics are overwhelming, Jenny, of share it with 3.5 people, get rejected, and I never share it again. You follow me?
Oh, yeah. I would definitely agree. The number of people who give up so early in their business because they heard no 3 times, or their mom, their sister, and their cousin all said no. Their best friend said no. Okay, nobody wants to do this. Okay, there's 8 billion people in the world, yo.
But you hit it right on the head, right? But you hit it right on the head, and it's about numbers, right? It's basic math. You know why I say that this works is because math works. You may talk to 1 out of 20 and you get 1 out of 20. Then if you want 2, then you need to talk to 40. Here's the thing that's awesome with KnoCard is that I'm going to keep on using the term rejection free. Okay. So just hang with rejection free. I want to show you tools to help grow your business rejection free. What does that mean? I'm going to show you a tool that puts you out in front of the yeses and lets the technology filter all of the no's. Listen, these largest companies, you brought up a company called Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook, even when Facebook started, had its own challenges getting off the ground. You know why? Because you and I would say, well, why would I sign up with Facebook when I have a MySpace page?
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So Facebook still was like, okay, well, how do we get people over here? Then you have Instagram, and people say, well, why would I sign up with like an Instagram when I already can post pictures on my Facebook?
Yeah.
Why would I sign up with WhatsApp when I already have my text messaging? You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is I think that one thing that's important is, number one, we have to understand that newer technologies are going to step in that will replace. Okay, amen. And the second thing is it's okay to understand some of the challenges of these platforms. My platform, the KnoCard, talks to business people. And I have some super amazing things to tell you about KnoCard because we even have our own social media. Okay. So when I say we have our own social media, I'm talking about we have exactly the social medias that you are used to and your behaviors are used to using. The only difference is it's what I call pure water. It's not the dirty water. And I'm not here to slam on the social medias. I just want to be upfront.
Right.
I think it's super challenging to promote your business when I'm promoting my business and I have a political ad underneath me. I'm promoting my business and I see vacation pictures of Cancun. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm promoting my business and they're talking about my high school 30-year graduation. Okay. Right. So what happens is it becomes what I call dirty water. Okay. And the algorithms of these things, they've never worked in majority of people's favor. And I think that when we do podcasts like this, I think it's super important, and hopefully your audience respects me for doing this, is you will never hear me go with the flow. I'm just going to tell you what the problem is. Okay. And I'm telling you point blank, if people are being honest with themselves, they're not getting their results from these channels. You follow me?
Oh, no, they're not.
And I'm not saying that you can't get like 2 and 3 and like people that have been embedded in some of these search engines for 15 years don't have an audience. But I'm talking about you and me talking to an audience that, Jenny, I know that you love your audience and I know that you have a heart for people. Amen. And that's how I am. And I look at it and say, here's what we need to do, Jenny. Let's just make sure that we're driving them to the best resource and give them the best chance of opportunity, because I'm not concerned about KnoCard. KnoCard, if we build an amazing product, and wait till you see everything that we do, I'm telling you, it's incredible. Okay.
Yeah.
If we build an amazing product, we don't have to worry about money because we take care of our customers will take care of the business, right?
Yeah.
It's when you do it the other way. And I think that the other way is, let's just go out there and make a lot of money. And oh, by the way, what are we going to create? Right?
Yeah. What do we do for the customer? Like,
right?
No, it's complete opposite direction. Now, I have to say, one of the things that really attracted me when you and Chris and I had our first conversation was the KnoCard has this cool feature that I very rarely see with other companies, which is the ability to expose your business via, let's say, a video. Right. So whether it's one you've created yourself, whether it's one that your company has created as here's a 2-minute video about us and our product or whatever it may be. But your KnoCard system does something that I've not seen almost anywhere else, which is, you know who watched it. You know how long they watched it, correct?
Absolutely.
Hallelujah. I mean, seriously, because how many of us are putting, and I am raising my hand. For those of you who are listening to the audio podcast right now, maybe if I put this up on YouTube, you'll actually see me raising my hand here. But I'm raising my hand going, how many of us...
I'm doing this.
Right? Two hands in the air. Like, how many of us have put our videos out on the variety of social medias and just, we see that, 42 people saw this. We don't know who. We don't know what they thought of it unless they took action to react to it or whatever. We don't know how long they watched it. For all we know, they saw our face and went, oh, there's Jenny, heart face.
Bingo.
Right? But we know nothing about it. Whereas with the KnoCard, you can share the video and the system tells you, hey, Jenny watched your video and she watched the whole thing.
So we go far deeper than that. And one thing I don't know if this is like a branding thing. I always tell people that I built this system on Sesame Street. Okay. So I want you all to understand that not only are we going to do this, I want you to understand that this is super easy because because to build something like this, it's very, very, you have to be very, very strategic. And it's two things that you don't have to remember. It's called UI and UX, user interface, user experience. The user interface is when we build something, does a user need a tutorial in order to understand how to even use this? Okay.
Right.
If I have to train you on this, Jenny, it doesn't work. Okay. It doesn't work.
Yes.
Right. So user experience on the other side is it a good experience? Does it flow? And does it follow some of the native things that we're already doing, like on our phones, on our Androids, on our Apple, things like that? We've spent an incredible amount of time, and I want to take my hats off to the developers, because they've really dealt with Rob for a long time. And I really beat on them. I really do, because the one thing I want everyone to understand is that this was not created by developers. This was created by salespeople for salespeople. Okay, which is a huge difference. Programmers are, I love them, but they're a different breed, and they don't interact like you and I do. That's what makes them powerful. That's what makes us powerful, right? We're two different, right? And one thing I want everyone to understand is you hit it right on the head of KnoCard's foundation is reporting. If I can tell your audience to say, listen, if you look at the largest companies on the planet, okay, on the planet, these companies have tracking data analytics. That's how they get good. Not because they pick the greatest products, not because they test everything behind the scenes and they get real-time analytics. Here's what I tell you. I'm going to give you all of that. I'm going to give you who you shared with. Part of networking is sharing. If you talk to the heads of your networking companies, they say, get out there and share and expose your product. What if I could tell you that you could sit on your couch, Jenny, share this product 10, 15 times a day, not pick up the phone, not take on rejection, share your message, and let the analytics, let the data come in. And this is how powerful it is. You could literally click on your report, and I could see, not only is Jenny on my card, I could see that she looked at this photo. She's been on this page. She's watched this video once. Oh my gosh, she's watched the opportunity of video 3 times. This is giving me real-time analytics of what is important to Jenny. Stop profiling people to say, well, I think this person's a product user. Well, I think this product is an opportunity person. No, listen, business is about timing. I don't know what's going on in Jenny's life. Maybe she's going through some financial downturn and her husband are looking for something better, right? So what I want to do is, my job is just to expose. Remember the numbers. 2 + 2 = 4. 4 + 4 = 8, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Right? So what we want to do is we want to just stick with that. But when you see the reporting of what we do, it's incredible. Sharing. We have a feature called Media Share that's awesome, because let's just say your company has a company video, right? I met up with one of the heads of one of these companies, and they've been using like a 3-minute sizzle video for I'm not even kidding you, like 12 years. Really, really successful with it. And it was really, really interesting, not slamming on him because I won't tell you who it was, but he sent it to me and he's like, so what'd you think? And I go, I don't know. What did I think? And he froze. And I said, so what do you think I think? And he goes, I don't know. He goes, did you watch it? This is an operating officer.
Right.
Okay. And I go, so you don't know that? And he just froze. And I said, so everyone in your company, you have a really sizable company, you guys are sharing things completely blind. Like the people that are promoting this have no idea what is going on. And he's like, no. And I go, then how do you build something that you can't measure? This is basic sales 101. If I want to increase my results, I need to know what results I'm getting in order to measure that, in order to increase that. Right?
Right. Yeah.
So if I never know what's working or what's not working, then how do I ever improve myself? So in short, I'm really, really excited because this series that we're going to do here, we're going to take bite-sized pieces, because showing you the app, I can show you the app in a half-hour period, no big deal. But I want people to understand the psychology behind it, so it really, really works for them. And I think that the reporting section you'll be blown away, because it does change the face of network marketing for sure.
Absolutely. So to the badass crew who was just listening to that, or maybe you're actually watching this on YouTube, Rob just hinted at the fact that we are working together. We are doing this together because I want success for every single one of you. I want you to get the success that you dreamed of when you signed up with your company. I know every one of us, when we signed up with our company, had an idea of where we wanted to go with it. Whether we thought it was a pie in the sky dream or we're like, nope, I'm 100%, I'm going to get there. I'm going to hit this rank, or I'm going to earn that trip, or I'm going to earn the car, and I'm going to do 6 figures in my business. Whatever that dream was, we all had that dream. But how do we differentiate ourselves from everybody else who, number one, does what we do, and number two, who's also in the network marketing space, which right now, let me point out to you, in the United States, approximately 47 million Americans are involved in direct sales, network marketing, or MLM in some way, shape, or form. What makes you different? And what KnoCard and I are going to do is help you differentiate yourself, make you different from the other people who do what you do. So Rob and I are getting on Facebook in the Badass Direct Sales Moms group. So if you haven't already joined the group, go click in the show notes. If you're on YouTube, go look in the description. We've got a link directly to the Facebook group, Badass Direct Sales Moms. And we are going to do a live stream into Facebook, into that group, on Monday, June 26, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Monday, June 26th at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. We're doing a live stream to show you what this KnoCard is that we've been talking about and how it solves the problem of recruiting, how it takes care of that. Because if you are somebody who has been sitting there going, okay, I'm selling the product like crazy, but good golly, I cannot recruit for trying. What's going on? We're going to show you how this can help you. So go to the group, join the group. There's an event in the group. Make sure you join the event so that you can join us live, because we're actually going to give some people the opportunity to join us live in the online video conferencing called Meetin'. It's like Zoom, but better. Okay. You're going to get the opportunity to join us live. Ask the questions that you want to ask. So if you're available Monday, June 26, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Central, join us live. Or you can just watch the live stream on Facebook and see it and then ask your questions in the comments. That's fine too. And don't worry, we're going to record it. It's going to stay in the group. So if you didn't hear this episode until after June 26th, you're totally fine. Go into the group, join the group. The video's still there showing you how this works. Rob, this has been fabulous.
I love it. And can I just throw something in? Really important is those folks that are actually watching this, is super important that on the Badass Direct Sales Mastery page, that Facebook page that she's talking about, super important that everyone subscribes to that page. Okay. And the reason I say that is KnoCard has actually put in a special offer for members of the Badass Direct Sales Mastery, is the moms, that page. You follow me? Mm-hmm. So super important that if you guys currently are not subscribers of that page, please make sure that you guys are subscribers, because when we actually walk you through this, I'm telling you guys get a really deep discount for those people that want to promote and advertise and really jump on the KnoCard wagon. One thing that we will also do is throughout the series, we're going to kind of break it apart. So maybe the next one, I'm going to show you just some basics of the actual KnoCard in a really simple way for you guys to share, because I want you guys to really attach yourself to an amazing tool that can help you guys become successful. And I also want you to understand this tool isn't just for you. So you guys are in the network marketing space. The whole idea is it's your responsibility. Let's just say you bring in your best friend, Sarah. Sarah's looking to you and saying, hey, Jenny, you got me involved in this business. I'm fired up. I'm signed up. I'm gonna, I'm part of the compensation. I'm under you in your compensation. What do I do? You need to understand something. KnoCard, which we haven't talked about, actually has an affiliate program, which will blow you away. Okay, which we don't want to get into right now.
Right.
Because the whole idea is I'm going to show you an affiliate program because you yourself will sign up, but it's also the tool that you are going to promote and say, hey, I'm promoting ABC company, which I love. This is the product, blah, blah, blah. But what really separates myself from other people out there is I'm using an amazing tool called KnoCard that actually drives success. So it's going to be a massive tool for you to promote, to bring people into your business, because those people are going to say, praise Jesus that we finally have an amazing product, but someone is actually bringing a tool forward for me to be successful. Please don't tell me, Jenny, that you just want me to post on the social medias and think that I'm going to get success, right?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So make sure you sign up with the Facebook group. Make sure you guys are on that. We will have active links and things like that. But our system will kind of double check, making sure that you guys are kind of part of that group, because it's just important that you guys are part of this. And I think that you guys can absolutely help us share the message, because this alliance I'm really, really excited about also. I think this call was awesome. And the main reason for this, I think that you're talking to two people that really, really stand with your success and want you to be successful in anything you do. So I'm really, really excited for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because here's what I tell people all the time. If my clients aren't successful, I'm not successful.
Totally.
Just, mic drop, except don't, because they're really expensive. Right. So Rob, thank you so much for your time and expertise with this. And yes, I cannot wait to show this to everybody on June 26th. So go join the Badass Direct Sales Moms group on Facebook and get into that group so that you can join us live to ask your questions and learn how this is going to help benefit you and your business specifically. So Rob, thank you again for being here. And Badass Crew, you know how this goes. Stay tuned, because there's another badass episode on its way.
Thanks for listening to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Why are you waiting to go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com? Don't make the dom get her whip. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with another rock star that you know in direct sales after you subscribe to the podcast, so you won't miss any future episodes. You can also check out the show notes for links and any contact information mentioned in today's episode. We'll see you next time.